priority queue has either a pointer or it has an index but no rubble, you cannot get the project working. Here's a simple reason why. If I'm at like the bottom of the PQ, so PQ's got a bunch of stuff, I'm at the bottom with 99. Well, not really 99. I'm a pointer to a tile containing 99. And then, because then some TNT gets on the top, it goes over to the TNT PQ, it blows this 99 to 0. Well, now, I'm still at the bottom of the PQ, but I shouldn't be. The STL priority queue is now broken, and you can't fix it. Because the STL priority queue has no way to say, your data has changed, go update the priorities. If this happens to the STL priority queue, it's broken, and you cannot recover from it. So this is why you can't have a priority queue of pointers, why you can't have a priority queue that just has an index to the grid but no rubble value. So what goes into the PQ must be a rubble value and the index, the row column, a way to get at it. So, for example, okay, so there's my data, and there's more to this grid. There's more rows and columns, but they're all like 99s, and so we don't care about them. They're not that cool. So let's call this row 4, row 5, column 6, and column 7, so I can refer to them. And let's say I start here. So my normal PQ has in it 0 at 4, 7. That's what goes into the PQ, that's my starting location. So then, that comes out, that becomes my current location. My current location is 0 rubble at 4, 7. It's not in the PQ anymore. Okay, this is a boring tile, I don't have to do anything to it, but I do have to add its neighbors. So I add its neighbors to the PQ. Up is like 99, to the right is 99, below it is -1 at row 5, column 7. To the left of it is 3 at 4, comma 6, and I had some other 99s that we're not going to demonstrate because it would get too busy. Okay, I'm done with the current location. Go back through the loop. Take the next one from the priority queue. Well, highest priority is -1 at 5, 7. Copy that, get rid of it from the PQ, and now deal with this location. All right, well, this is a TNT. I can't deal with it myself. It's the TNT priority queue's job. Okay, TNT PQ. -1 at 5, 7 goes into the TNT PQ. Then, while the TNT PQ is not empty, we loop through it. So think of this, call this TNT current. Okay, TNT current is -1, 5, 7. Delete it from the top. Okay, so this is TNT. It blows up. When it blows up, it goes to 0. So that becomes a 0. And then I have to do one more thing before I'm done with this. Actually, 2 more things. So what else do I have to do with this TNT? I've got to add its neighbors to the TNT priority queue. Okay, so its neighbors are, like 99s we don't care about, and another TNT, -1 at 5, comma 6. And it's got to do one other thing. It's got to add this thing that it blew up to the normal PQ. So the normal PQ gets a 0 at 5, 7. So the -157 over here becomes a 057, gets added to the normal PQ, because I heard it blow up in the distance, I know I can walk there now. Okay, so I'm done dealing with this location. So go get another one out of the PQ. So I get the next one out of the TNT PQ, -1, 5, 6. Delete it from the top of the PQ. Do things with this location. Okay, it's TNT, it goes to 0. It adds its neighbors to the TNT PQ. Well, a 0 is boring. That 3 is interesting though. 3 at 4, comma 6 gets added to the TNT PQ. And 0, 5, 6 gets added to the normal PQ. Okay, I'm done. Okay, no questions. Okay, I'm done with this one now.
So I left my laptop.
Go get the next one out of the TNT PQ. 3 at 4 comma 6 is my new location. Pop that to the top. This 3 becomes a 0. I add its neighbors. Well, its neighbors are 99. We don't care about them. And then we add this one to the normal PQ. 0 at 4, 6 goes into the normal PQ. Now, I'm done dealing with this one. The TNT PQ is effectively empty. Yeah, it's got some 99s in it, but I'm not going to demonstrate those. TNT PQ empties out. We go back to the normal PQ, okay? I had started with this TNT. I invoked the TNT PQ. I'm now finally done with that location. Now I can go get the next location from the normal PQ is a place I can go. So which one of these is coming out first?
It's in the very last line.
The 0 at 4, 6. So my current location is 0 at 4, 6. Well, that's a 0. There's nothing to do with it. You know, so I pop it off the top of the PQ. I do some stuff, and then I add its neighbors, etc. Well, eventually, I'm going to go to 0, 5, 7 and 0, 5, 6. These are going to come out of the priority queue. And I'm going to get to 3, 4, 6. Eventually, I'm going to say, hey, I've got to go to 3, 4, 6. But we've been skipping an important step. Every time something comes out of the normal PQ, we have to check, is this information useful or not? Because that 046 that got added by the TNT PQ superseded this one. This one is outdated information. How do I know? How do I know this is no longer relevant information? Yeah. Yeah, I can look in the grid because I've got 4, 6. I've got the row and column. I look at row 4, column 6, and I find a 0 there, and I say, wait a minute, that 0 there does not match this 3. This is not useful information. All I do is go back through the loop and get a new location out of the normal PQ. This is outdated information. I do nothing with it. It doesn't trigger neighbors. It doesn't trigger stats. It doesn't trigger median. It doesn't trigger verbose or anything. This is just outdated information. Okay, any questions?
Okay, I'm gonna run this on, well, I guess.
All right, so hopefully this will help you get the right output. Okay, any big